NBA TV. The Raptors-Hawks start things off at 2:30, and then you can go on over to TNT and start things off at 5 p.m. with the Pelicans-Grizzlies, then Lakers, Celtics, and the nightcap, Warriors-Blazers, starting at 10 p.m. And you know who's going to be over there when you go to TNT? Among others, Charles Barkley, and he's got his special MLK edition of Guarantee.
Oh, boy.
Great Martin Luther King holiday is coming up. We have a slate of games right here on our family of networks. We're going to go rapid fire through each game. So, Raptors at Hawks.
Raptors.
Pelicans at Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Lakers at Celtics.
Lakers.
Warriors at Blazers.
Oh, Blazers.
Okay, all right. Got all those marked down. Of course, we hope you do get all those right. So now, all-star starters. Now, this is your last chance, and we do have a visual aid because I know sometimes you seem to forget the picks that you've made. So do you want to stick with your pick or do you want to make a switch?
I do not. I want to make one change.
And what will that change be?
Joel Embiid. I'm going to switch him out for Siakam.
Okay, so Joel Embiid is out. Pascal Siakam is in. Why?
Well, because Embiid's not going to play for a month. And you shouldn't vote for a guy who's not going to play for a month. He's already been out at least a week, I think. And that injury, people have had that say you're going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. First of all, he might not even be back for the All-Star game. I mean, All-Star game's a month away. So I don't think he'll be back.
Those are your guarantees. That's Charles Barkley.
All right, I hope you marked him down because nothing more fun than ribbing someone when they've made their predictions so publicly. Okay, gentlemen, we have another game that we're going to be looking forward to tonight. Lakers-Celtics, the return of Anthony Davis. What do you expect out of him in his first game back after missing 5?
Well, hopefully he's come back and he's healthy. You know, obviously after taking that big fall. But I think for him is the Lakers, you'll always want one of your best players back, right? But when you play in a team where I think you have advantage at a position, which is the center spot in the bigs going against the Celtics, and now you come back, it just makes everybody else around Anthony Davis. And LeBron saying, they got those 3 small forwards. I'm going to have to work hard if AD doesn't play.
Yeah.
But bringing a guy back that's, you know, give you 27, give you block shots, give you rebounds, versatility, and also, if, you know, I don't feel like guarding one of these guys, even a wing guy, he's a 7-footer, 6'11". He can guard Tatum, Brown, or Gordon Hayward. I'm not saying he's going to do a fantastic job. He's capable of.
No question.
But he's one of those guys, Kevin, that everything on the basketball court, you could say you can excel if you're the others because he can do it.
I agree. Look at, you know, I'm glad that his bruised butt finally healed. I was getting concerned about that, man. But I tell you what, though, he did, when you look at the fall, he fell right on his tailbone. And boy, you fall on your tailbone. That is so tender. I've done it a few times, man. That hurts for a long time. So I'm glad he's better because everybody said he had a bruised butt. I said, he had a bruised tailbone. But, you know, you talked about the guys that he's playing against. They have to guard him. Now, I look at, you know, what Hayward's going to have to guard him. Tatum's going to have to guard him. Brown, if he's available. Smart. He's so much bigger than those guys and so much longer that he's capable of playing them on the perimeter. Now, granted, they're all clever with the ball. They can all go places. But he can move his feet. And at some point, he stays on your side. You know how those big, long guys, you got to shoot over him at some point because he's not giving up on plays. He's blocking shots at the rim. But they've got to turn around and guard him. It's a lot different saying that I'm the guy, Kuzma. Okay, no, Kuzma's my size, and Jaylen Brown's thinking, you know, I'm going to kick Kuzma's tail. He looks at AD and goes like, damn, I'm guarding this guy. Like, you know, this guy's going to shoot over me. He's bigger. There's, you know, length and size still matters in the NBA. And you're 7 foot, which that guy is, long wingspan. You're being guarded by 6'6", 6'7" guys. You know it, they know it, and it's hard to make up that. So he's a comfort level. You said it best, Smitty. Everybody exhales and goes, okay. Got one of our horses back. Right. You know, this is going to make the game easier for all of us.
You can see here the Boston Celtics, looking at this graphic, they have hit a little lull, if you will. I know, Kevin, you're not thrilled about that, but I think that they're happy they have an opportunity to show America again tonight that they can win games against the Los Angeles Lakers. Remember, this is the MLK holiday. We've got 4 games on our family of networks for you to enjoy. The third one is the Lakers, but the first one, the Toronto Raptors, are in the birthplace of Dr. King. The Atlanta Hawks will be hosting them. Jeff Teague returning back to the Hawks. Remember, he was an all-star before. Can he help this team out? People at home, what this means to you?
I think for me, Kevin and Stephanie, with Dr. Martin Luther King, his dream, his vision, his passion, along with Coretta Scott King, their sacrifice for all of us. And then especially for me, I think he sped up my opportunities. And so also just to say thank you for him. Thank him, Kevin, just for what he believed in. And then plain and simple, what was right, what to do right, and how we should treat others. He was just an unbelievable example. And obviously, and all his supporters. I know he gets a lot of credit, but it was so many people had a part in the civil rights movement. So to me, it's a thank you for the opportunities and thank you for his passion and sacrifice and his family, because they had to sacrifice a lot.
It's true.
Yeah, it gets back to what he really believed in, that you judge people by the content of their heart and their character, not the color of their skin. And there are times in American history when we all need to remember that, and this seems to be another one of those times. My father said the same thing. My father would tell me, Kevin, there's good and bad people of every color, every religion, every persuasion. Your job is to find the good people, because your life will be a lot better if you find the good people and hang around them. So I never, color or anything, religion, none of that stuff ever. I looked for people that had good character and people I enjoyed. And so those words really ring true. And sometimes, like I say, I think we all need to be reminded of that we judge each other by the content of our heart and our character, not the color of our skin.
Absolutely. A message that resonates today. It's time to get to some NBA basketball. As I mentioned, 4 games on tap for you guys tonight. A treat. Starting off with right here on NBA TV, Pascal Siakam, second leading vote getter in the Eastern Conference for forwards. He's averaging just a paltry 24.7.5 boards for the reigning champs. Moving on to the young guns. Memphis Grizzlies will be hosting the New Orleans Pelicans. That's the first game on TNT, 5 p.m. Eastern. Ja Morant, last game, 16-8. They only have a nice long win streak. 7 straight. Memphis is hot.
Like that team, like that kid.
They are fun to watch. And for you Lakers fans, great news. Anthony Davis is available to play tonight. He missed the last 5 games with a bruised tailbone. They're going to need his 27-9 back as soon as possible. They take on the Boston Celtics. And the last game, the nightcap, if you will, 10 p.m. Eastern on TNT, Damian Lillard. The number 11 Portland Trailblazers hoping to make some hay in the West. Big one tonight. Golden State, very winnable game.
Yeah, they need that one tonight.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They got to start getting some wins.
They certainly do. And speaking of standings, we're going to take a look at the top of the East, 1 through 6. You can see Toronto sitting in that 3rd position. Milwaukee has put itself head and shoulders above the rest of the Eastern Conference. Everyone else is just fighting to see who's coming in next.
Yeah, I tell you what, you'd made a lot of money if you said on this day, Martin Luther King Day, Milwaukee, Heat, and Toronto would be 1, 2, and 3 in that league, because nobody would have done that. Because I didn't think Toronto was going to be able to recover from Kawhi leaving. I just thought their number 1 player leaves. I know they played last year without him a lot. He had a lot of rest, but then they did well. But I thought it's just hard to replace that guy. And the Heat, where'd they come from?
I know.
Nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. None, Hero. These rookies they have that are just playing so well for them. And Jimmy Butler's done a great job. But then Toronto, like I said, those standings are shocking at this time in the season.
And I know, Kevin, how much of a treat it is for me to watch the Heat, to watch the Toronto teams that we all make our predictions, wouldn't have had them this high.
Yeah.
But also for me, it's disappointing because in that standings, I can't still figure out why the Philadelphia 76ers are not higher than what they are. And I know they have a lot of time. But sometimes you just can't turn it on when you want to turn it on, and that's the one thing I'm scared for the Sixers.
Agreed. And you know what? I feel the same way about my old squad, the Celtics. Every once in a while, I watch them play, and I'm like, man, what had happened? Then obviously they play really well for a while, but they have so many variances in how they play. Like, they'll play really well for a 5 or 6 game stretch. Then they'll play the next 2 or 3 games, and they forget how to play basketball. I tell you, there must be a lot of amnesia going on in this league, because all of a sudden they look like they don't play. And Philly's another team. I love Joel Embiid. That guy is just a horse. And I just think he's so dominant. But all of a sudden, their play does a lot of this, too. They're just up and down with the 2 teams I thought would be better. But I'm with you. I love watching the Heat because they're going to play every single night hard. Same thing with Indiana. Let's not forget.
I was about to say, let's not forget Indiana.
Nate McMillan's doing a great job in Indiana because they play every night hard. They hang around and hang around. Last night, Doug McDermott hits 2 left corner threes. Sabonis has a couple plays, and they end up beating Denver in Denver, a game that you never would have thought that Indiana was going to go into Denver and win. But they win games. Same thing with the Heat. They win. They're just tough. I do enjoy watching both those teams.
And Kevin, the Pacers, to me, if I'm all the other teams, they play hard right now. They've had some injuries, and they have their best player out, but coming back. I know it might take some time because he has to individually get over some things and to mesh with Malcolm Brogdon. But if it does, the way he plays and that toughness, I'll be scared to face the Pacers about some of those teams.
I'm glad you mentioned Brogdon. He's becoming, I liked him coming out of school because he just played under control.